Hello everyone and welcome to Drivenmad.
Now, we're going to have a go at this headlight today. Now, there's loads of videos out there with much worse glazed over lights than we've got, but it just bugs me that when I look at it, that one is as clean can be, and this one in certain light has a yellowy haze to it. I don't like it. So I have polished it with just polish and it really hasn't made any difference. So we've invested 37 of our hard-earned euros in this Mussol kit. Now we're in Portugal. This was 37 euros. If that means anything to anybody, because my Portuguese isn't coming on brilliantly. There we are. So it's got in the kit, it has some sanding discs, it has some polishing discs with some polish, and then a UV sealer to go on afterwards. So hopefully by the end of this, you'll be able to see a difference from there, and it won't be bugging me. So what are we thinking?
I'm excited to do it. I think it's worthwhile. Like Dad said, it's annoying us. You can definitely see it more in person than on camera, so we'll try our best to show it. But
and I think the difference with us doing it here is that this, in essence, doesn't look that bad, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So we're asking it to take it back to brand new rather than just taking the haze off a really old light.
Because my suspicion is that that one's original and this one's new. Before we got it, I'm guessing someone replaced this light, but who knows? So we'll see if we can bring it back. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Right, so the kit came with 1500, 1000 and 800 grit sandpaper, and we thought it might have to be wet, but in the kit it's not saying anything to do with water, so we're not going to use any of water at all. And it's also said that 800 to 1000 grit is for scratches that you can feel with your fingernail. And this actually isn't scratched much, you know, in the scheme of things.
It's not scratched at all, really.
So you can't feel anything with the finger. So we're going to go with the 1500. We can always cut deeper, can't we? You can always, you know. So 1500.
That's not my style, but
I know.
I'm liking you.
So we're going with the 1500. Now it came with a bit to put on a drill, so you don't have to have a polisher, but we've got a polisher that we fit this size disc on, so we're just going to use that. It's the same thing, but we've got it, so we'll use it. And we'll start off by just completely sanding the whole light. Now it should look cloudy, that's what we're going for. So that's going to be quite scary. Well.
Well, you know, it says you can't feel your scratches. I can now.
They're lumps, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're on top.
So
if we go machine with this light stuff, but wet, so it can't burn through the light like it just did. Yep. Okay, so we think we've messed up here. It doesn't say.
It's a language issue, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't say anything to do with water. But we've never seen it without water. But we just followed the instructions, and now we've melted lumps of plastic.
We think we have. Yeah.
Where it seems to be lumps of bits here, so we need to get them off now. So we're going to try it with some sort of soapy water. Right, well, since it says we need it completely dry now for our polishing part, I'm going to blow it off and then wipe it with a rag. We've got the luxury of a compressor, but you can just wipe it off and leave it.
Wait.
Yep, just have some patience. We haven't got much of that. We're assuming that this is to sort of cut it one step closer to being polished, and then we polish it, and then we coat it with the UV protectant. That's our plan, so we're going to try some polish on this and see what happens. No, that'll be fine. Right, should we try it?
Well, why not?
Ah, yeah. Right then, so we've now figured out that the red one is actually a foam spacer for the pad here, but there doesn't seem to be anything finer than this, and I can still see swirl scratches and it's a bit hazy, so we're going to try this again, and then if this doesn't sort of clean it all up properly, then we'll move on to our own polish, I suppose, because it's a bit swirly. just mention that we're going to now use my polisher with a sort of pretty fine pad and a bit of cutting compound to get this close to, you know, clear finish. But like Dad just said, are we going to show it? I think we should, because if I'd bought the kit and I didn't have what we've got, which most people probably don't have, a polisher and polish laying about,
no,
I wouldn't be best pleased with the finish, because it's all swirly. You can see, it looks like I've done it with a really fine sandpaper. You know, you can see all the swirl marks in it, and it doesn't look it's not as yellow as it was, but it's not clear now. You know, it's not as clear as it.
Doesn't look as good as we'd expected.
No, so I'm not happy with the kit itself. It's done this part well, but you need a polish.
Well, a bit of wet and dry sandpaper would do, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah, it would. So you may as well just do wet and dry sandpaper. But anyway, let's try cutting it now and see if we get a bit more transparency in that plastic. I'll just have 3 dots. Right then, we've got the cloth that came with the kit. I've folded it. We've had to pierce a little hole inside the bottle. If you put it down here, that's it. The little sealer,
UV sealer.
So we'll dibble it all along there. Yeah. Oh yeah, look, what's going on? Oh yeah, I can see it. Right then, so whilst you inspect your light that nothing's really happened to, what do we think?
Well, it did what it was supposed to do. It scratched it.
And it came back, yeah.
We obviously weren't happy, and we've used some of our own polish. But that one, probably, as we were just saying while we were drinking another cup of tea, if both the lights on here looked like that, it wouldn't bother me. But because that one
is so immaculate,
this one bugs me, and it hasn't brought it to that level.
No.
And inspecting it, there's some muck inside there.
Yes, it's a bit dirty inside.
So I don't think that would still bring it. That one is
brand new.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I think it's new. So it hasn't done masses. I think if your light was completely...
If it was the classic Portuguese headlight,
clouded headlight,
the sun's really got to it and it's cloudy, that's going to do the business. And if they were both identical,
you would see a
Get
difference.
the same result. Obviously, we're idiots, but there's a translation issue, and we have seen other people do it, and they use wet and dry paper.
Yeah.
Our recommendation, I think, would be to get wet and dry paper.
Yes.
And just
do it all by hand as well.
Do it all by hand. Yeah. You could even do the polishing by hand.
Yes, yeah, you could.
But if you've got a cordless drill, that's fine, and a little pad, they're not much money. But I wouldn't waste your money on a €40 kit.
No, definitely not. It wasn't worth it.
No.
But we are working with what people would probably consider as a good headlight. Yeah. I think, like we say, if you've got a severe case, just buy your sandpaper and do it yourself. I think that's that easy.
Yes, I should have put the €40 towards a new headlight.
Probably would have been better.
Hey.
But, you know, we wouldn't have had a video for the channel.
No, and we'll make 25 cents to it.
I know. Yeah. We might get an espresso cup of coffee. We wouldn't get a latte from this video, would we?
No.
So
I can't imagine this one being very popular.
No, me neither. But we've done it for fun, and we've never done it before, so why not try?
You know, it's one of those things you want to. You think I can bring the light back to look like that? Well, you can't.
You can't. So we can't anyway.
Well, we can't.
But
I can't see what else we could have done. I'm not going to touch it.
No.
I can't see what else we could have done.
But no. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.
If you got this far.
Stay tuned for next week's video, and like, comment, and subscribe.